Hello, this is Kazuyoshi Hisano. Thank you for listening to my podcast program, and the title of the program is Habits Craft for Your Future and Transforming Thoughts and Actions. And I've been speaking about the habits and also how to craft it. I think it's essential for our life because it's hard to keep doing things just based on the will. We'll need to have good habits that enable us to form a good life. And also it is always said that people are the creature of habits, which means that we do a lot of things repeatedly just because we have been doing. So therefore, we tend to keep doing things even without thinking, just because we did it yesterday, and sometimes we keep doing a good thing, but at the same time we keep doing the harmful thing. So what we're gonna choose is always very important. And I've been receiving questions about how we deal with the people, particularly the people around you, the loved ones that you care, are in the mode of social shut-in or withdrawal. And the people around such people are struggling to understand why this person is not going out and staying in their house. Sometimes this happens during the student period, and also it happened even after they graduated from school, and it's hard thing, but it's continued for decades. And of course, there are similarity between the things that happen during the school life and the longer period withdrawal. I know those things are similar in terms of that they're not going out, but students think are limited during the school life period. So in many cases, that will suddenly end when the school has they have graduated from one school, or they have changed some perception to the friends around him or her. And this is often related to the bullying by or abuse by somebody, and so therefore he couldn't or she couldn't go to school. But things changes a lot, so it doesn't continue. And this is, of course, very hard when you are put in a position. And also, it's related. It does happen in the future. Once you kind of experience these kind of things, it tends to happen after you are out of school, and then if the people around you are harsh, you may feel that you don't want to go to the work. And when you are grown-up adults, the kind of a pressure for you to go out is very often weaker than when you are in school. Like when you're in school period, you will definitely need to, basically are expected to go to school. But when you are out of school, older, other than the financial situation, or if you are somehow capable of make a living, have some money that you can live, then the pressure to go out is going to be very, very limited. So therefore, it tends to become longer. So I've been just talking about to describe trying to describe the situation. And I know it's definitely not easy because these kind of things are all totally different by the situation, and also the individual by individual. So it's not gonna be one singular picture that everybody can understand, but there are commonalities that we can share. So I'm just trying to describe this using the first 5 minutes. So now let's move on to the solutions. And of course, you know that from my perspective, it's all about the comfort zone. And the comfort zone, the upside of understanding this as a comfort zone thing is that you are stuck or somebody is stuck because that situation, that kind of circumstances has became the comfort zone for you. Like you not going out to the school or not going to work or maybe not having any job are the comfort zone for you. And if somebody has fallen into that situation, it's going to be very hard for anybody to get out of that. But there are always other comfort zones outside of that, which means that once you get out of that, for some reason, for some timing happens and something happens and you just got out of that, and then you suddenly realize that why on earth you have been captured in that previous comfort zone, and then you start living a different comfort zone. And this just happens by accident, which is a lucky one, and also you can plan to get out of this, and then that will happen, that you are out. So we have to be able to handle this and control this, and we just can't wait for the luck or some accident that you suddenly got pushed out of that comfort zone of not going to school or not going to work or not having any work. Then you just can't wait that. So what we need to do is to have a system or learn how we're gonna be able to get out of that. And the simple answer is, as you always know, that it's all about the goal setting. The problem is that it's going to be very hard for the people who are in that situation to set their goal on their own. But even so, the understanding the reality is that if you set a goal, then you'll be able to get out of that. So this is not solving anything, but at least the understanding is that there are two ways to get out of that. Just one thing is by accident. Just some situation are pulling you out of that, and the other thing is that you, with any assistance is okay, but you will set the goal somehow, and that goal will enable you to see things and think things differently, and then you get out of that. So as I mentioned, that we cannot wait for the accident. Good luck, just by luck. We will try to somehow, I'm kind of emphasizing this, somehow set the goal, and then you will get out. The problem is that when you are stuck in that situation, your mind is not working clearly, and if you are able to think that, okay, I'm stuck here, I need to set a goal, and then you'll be able to get out of it very easily. The problem is that when you are in that situation, you will feel that you're not going to be able to set the goal on your own. So if I put that in position, or I'm talking about not myself being stuck there, I'm talking about if I'm walking in the room as a coach, fully equipped with what I have now, I am perfectly confident that I will be able to help anybody who will get out of that. Of course, we have to take care of the health condition or financial position. So therefore, the people will need to be supported. But with those supports, I'm sure it may take time. I don't say that I'm gonna be able to solve everything in a couple of hours or even in a week. It sometimes takes longer than that. But if I repeatedly, or kind of don't have to be repeatedly, but if I properly support those people or those situations, then I'll be able to help them get out of that. I'm quite sure. The reason is that I understand the system, that it is really like a planting something in the planting a seed in somebody's mind. And the seed is very simple that I know that this is not going to solve because you don't have me, so which means that I'm not able to do this by myself. But understanding this will enable you to help somebody else. And so all you can do is to only help somebody, not yourself. It's going to be very hard to help yourself. So you got to be able to help somebody else by planting a seed in somebody else's mind. And that seed is of the trust and confidence to yourself, to the people, him or herself. So I mentioned that as a coach, I know how to do it, and I wish that you can do the same thing, that you plant that seed in somebody else's mind that the plant is talking about, is about believing in him or herself, right? So, but if you don't have this kind of assistance, it's going to be very hard. So I try to say that it's solvable, kind of solvable, that you can do something, but at the same time, it's hard to do it by yourself. So that's what I want to say. So, and it's all about setting a goal or having a trust yourself. And I know it's gonna, when the things are stuck there, it's not gonna be easy, but if you have such kind of wishes or a desire and also belief in yourself and all those things combined, then you'll definitely be able to get out of that. Then let's move on to the 10 years, 20 years social withdrawal. Oh yes, this is very difficult. It's one thing is that, of course, this is not talking about a single kind of a situation, and it may contain, the one trying to talk is that contain various situations, and so I'm not going to be able to solve everything. But if you look at the common part of this, the people have lost the confidence to themselves and to the society, and also their effort has not been accepted, and they don't have hope or dream, but financially maybe they're in most cases struggling, but at the same time somehow be able to live. So all those things combined, and also there's no other pressure or reason that you want to go out, and all those things combined, then you're staying in the room. Somebody is staying in the room. It doesn't have to be you, but I'm trying to say that it happens. But the system is always the same, that any people need to have some goal. It doesn't have to be a big goal. It could be a small goal, but a small step or big step goal that is always needed, and that is supported by the habits that enable you or force you to stay there. So, and actually that situation is supported by, the number is not accurate, but the 10 to 20 critical habits that this person carry. And therefore, one of the powerful way, not only, but one of the only way is to replace those habits that is for kind of enhancing you to stay there one by one. I say one by one. If you have 15 habits that are holding you to where they are, and then if you replace this one habit by the other, and it's going to take time, but after you have done that, when you reach to a certain proportion, I'm definitely optimistic that then you will, it doesn't have to be you, but this person will lose the reason to stay there. And my opinion is that the human being is not created to stay at one place forever. So therefore, people will definitely want to get out, move on and get out and start doing something. That said, my point is that we all have a chance to solve the difficult situation of shut in. And of course, this could apply to the school life, but particularly about the decades-long social withdrawal. So I know this conversation had to be kind of vague, and there was a higher level of abstraction, so it's not specific enough, but I wish that you would get something from this when you are encountering this situation. And also, I hope that my book Gold Vision, and the book feed for thinking, I'm sure, and I hope that they contain the ideas to solve these challenges. And also, I hope that you will find it. It's not dedicatedly created to help people who are staying in the home, but there are answers and essences that you can pick up to make something different when you are stuck, or with the people you are around you are stuck in the situation. All right, that is for today. And I know this was a little bit challenging topic because it includes all the information, but yet it doesn't have enough information. So, but try to making this higher level concept, then I'll be able to address. So I hope you will be able to capture something from this. Thank you very much for listening to my podcast program, and look forward to speaking to you. Bye bye.